Welcome to another video.
Hey there guys, I've got a guest here today. I've decided to start a new series where I interview other expats who live in China and basically ask them about the things they like and the things they dislike about living here. So I would like you to please introduce yourself to my subscribers who don't know you.
Okay, great. Hello everyone out there. My name is Marcarib from the city of Shenzhen, China. And well, I have been living here in China almost 7 years. I've studied here my university, my major degree, and now I work here. I do some trading business, and I am a vegan. That's pretty much it.
Cool. All right. Well, you're certainly an interesting character. Thank you very much for coming here today. And why I asked you here is I'd like to ask you a couple of things that you like about living in China and also a couple of things you don't like about living here. So let's start with the likes.
Yeah, okay, great. I really like the business mind oriented of the Chinese people, and that in China you can make a business very quickly, and get some help from in just a couple of minutes, like, oh, a friend of a friend is doing this industry or that sector, so I will get you connected. So it's very easy to get connected with whatever is that you need. And it's quite easy to get some outsource here from friend to friend relations. Yeah.
How about the second thing that you really like about living here in China?
I really like specifically about Shenzhen that the dress code is very relaxed compared with other cities, maybe like Shanghai or Beijing. Like you can see high top bosses here wearing super relaxed, and it's okay, nobody will judge you about like what you are wearing. Of course, if you dress up for something it's better, but in general I'm talking like people will not look down at you because of that.
Okay, great. And the final thing, the third thing that you really like about living here?
I really like that you can get to know great people like you and many others. Yeah, and that it's like a mixture because of our foreign minds and the Chinese minds, the Chinese culture. So you can get to know so many friends doing so many different businesses and industries and sectors, and you learn so many things that I could not be learning back home, and I could also expand my visions about their others' lifestyles. Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, I'm going to have to ask you about some of the things that you don't like about living here in China. Okay, so maybe you can start by telling us the first thing you really don't like about living here?
The first thing that I really dislike about living in China as a vegan, it's like looking at all these cadavers hanging out of restaurants, and also the living food markets. Like you can get your food fresh, which should be a good thing for others, but in my case I just don't like to be going to markets and seeing how the animals are assassinated there.
Yeah.
And this is kind of visual pollution for me. I really don't like that. It's just something. I've been living in China for the last 7 years and I still don't get so used to that.
Yes, I have to agree with you. I also find it very disgusting the way they hang the animals in the front window of the restaurants. For those of you who don't know, here in China, restaurants like to display the animals that they're going to cook, sometimes alive, sometimes dead, but they hang the entire carcass in the window, and it can be quite disgusting and off-putting to sensitive people. Okay, how about the second thing that you really don't like about China?
The second thing that I don't like is like, in my case, that I am a vegan and mostly I eat raw, I find really narrow options. Maybe now in Shenzhen, I'm not so sure about other places, but there are not really places where I can go, and there will be like a salad bar where I can choose so many different veggies, fresh and raw. And usually I go to some restaurant with friends and I will have to pay at least 50 RMB for some tomato and lettuce, which is for me not worth it. So it's kind of hard whenever it comes to socializing and you want to be healthy conscious.
Yes, I agree. It's really, really difficult to eat healthy here. If you are very health conscious, to go and find a healthy meal in a restaurant can be quite a challenge. Okay, so how about the third thing that really upsets you or that you don't find good about living in China?
Okay, I've been living in China 7 years again, and as a woman, I don't know, but I can speak for me and for many friends. When you live in China and you are a man, it's kind of easy to get some relation and some love, because there are so many Chinese willing to go with the foreigners because they are handsome and they are exotic. But in my case, for instance, I don't really like men smoking, and Chinese men, almost 90% I think, they are smokers. So I really don't like my choices are very narrow because the foreigners want to try the exotic Asians. And so it's like, oh, I'm left there. And I guess many women can share my opinion as well.
Right. That's very interesting, and I'm very happy that you actually shared this, because most of my subscribers are males, and you know, myself being a man here, it's never really crossed my mind, but what you've mentioned here makes total sense. There are a lot of habits that Chinese men have, and the culture here, it's still very male orientated, and they kind of expect their wives to be more subservient, and I understand that it's something that a Western woman wouldn't put up with and really wouldn't want to have to deal with. So I understand fully your frustrations, and I wish you the best of luck. Yeah.
You don't understand, but you understand. You understand in a way. Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming here today to have a chat with me, and thank you for explaining to all my subscribers out there some of the challenges that you face, because I'm pretty sure if there are any girls out there who want to come here to live in China, you're going to have to put up with some of these problems, and also anyone who's a vegan, health conscious, you're going to have these problems too. But also thank you for sharing the positive experiences that you have here as well. It's interesting because everybody has a different positive experience in China, and it's always good to look at the positives, because it can be tough living in China, and it's always nice to see someone else's perspective. So thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you, it was a pleasure.
Always a pleasure to see you, and see you next time.
Okay, see you next time.
Okay. Alright, don't forget, stay awesome.
Stay awesome!